What's good, everybody? It's just your neighborhood angler, Money Bass, out here about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. Now, we're on a nice, beautiful day out here on Lake Lanier. I get here on a weekly basis, guys. See how many fish we can get to the boat. As we get those fish to the boat, all you have to do on your end is subscribe to the channel, guess the weight of the fish, and bam, just like that, you can walk away with some cash for your pocket. Now, I want to give a big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. We always have to support the businesses and companies that support the fishing community, and SWAT Lawn Operations is one of those businesses. Make sure you always check the links in the description, because any discounts or products that are on sale, things like that, that I think you should know about that may help you out, I put those links and discounts in the description. Also, if you are interested in any of these fishing rods or equipment that you see, just make sure that you go to duckitfishing.com, use discount code MoneyBass. MoneyBass will get you 15% off of everything that you put in that shopping cart, all right? duckitfishing.com, discount code MoneyBass. All right, so today I'm gonna try something a little different, guys. Does anybody in the chat know what this thing is right here? They've been talking about it. I know I'm behind the times, but I have one out here today. We're gonna throw this out here. I mean, I don't know about how I have it rigged up, but we're gonna find out. I'm gonna go out here and try to get some offshore fish with it first. So I have it rigged up, kind of Texas rig. I don't have this pegged, so we're gonna see what type of action that makes while we look at it on live imaging, just to see the action of that bait and see if we can get a fish or two to the boat with it. But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and head on out, guys. We got about, let's see, 2:02, let's see. We have about an hour and a half on the shot clock today, guys, or 2 hours. What do you want? 2 hours, hour and a half? Shout out to Tom Mix in the chat. He says, are you out there? I'm here. Oh, I'm a little late, huh? Shout out to Blasted. I see you in the chat. We got Frisco says, I know it will be a long day with that. Have you used it, Frisco? Have you tried using that bait? Man, what is that down there that I'm seeing? I'm seeing some stuff on this screen that's making me just want to turn around and check it out to see what's going on over here. Let's just take a look and see, because I do kind of want to play around with that bait just a little bit anyways, just to kind of see the action, the fall rate, and all that kind of stuff. I'll probably have to go and invest in the right equipment that I should be using to throw that thing, but for right now I just want to get out here and play around with it. All right, Tom Mix says, put 2 hours on the shot clock, please. All right, I think we might be able to squeeze in 2 hours on that shot clock for today. All right, let's get my mapping set up. Take a look around and see what we can see. Yeah, I see that grass out there too, guys. All right, let's go ahead and get straight to it. We're gonna play around with this. In the chat, what do you guys call these baits? And has anybody caught anything using one of those before? So this is gonna be my first time using it. We're gonna make a few casts with it just to see what it does. That wasn't a good cast. Let's try to make that cast a little bit better. Okay, has a very, very slow fall rate to it. So I think I have like a 1/8 bait on there. It's pretty neat looking. We're just tracking it a little bit. All right, who was that? Shout out to Kevin Two Fishes. I guess I gotta hit you up, man. He said it looks like a critter. Said you don't use them. We got Kevin. Let's see. He says I got MegaLive 1 now and still haven't gotten to utilize it very well with the wind. Yeah, that wind can definitely change some things for you. All right, let's spin around, guys. We have a lot of boat activity coming in right now, so we're gonna just ease on out of here. Let me just look around and maybe take one more cast real quick. Yeah, we'll take one more cast. What's going on? Patricia says, did you, let me see, Christine dropped a 20-pound bag yesterday in the opens. I did not. I haven't really been watching too much of anything. But that's definitely a good bag. All right. Let's see if we can get 50 out of that. And this thing has a very, very slow sink rate. And I'm just watching out there at about 65 feet. We had a fish come shooting up to it, but did not take it. Interesting, interesting. All right, I see some more activity out here. we're out here playing around just a little bit. We got Kevin Two Fishes says, on the Garmin, do you set your depth to auto? I do not set it to auto. We got a school of fish coming to take a look. So yeah, they're not taking it. So I kind of figured I was gonna get bored with that pretty quick. All right, let's see. Kevin Two Fishes says, I set mine on Mega Live a couple of feet below the depth of the fight. Yep, that's the same way I do it. We got 250 in the chat. These fish are starting to school up out here pretty good. So I'm just throwing a jerk bait right now, guys. Patricia said, did the water come up? I have not even checked the water depth or anything like that, Patricia. So we have a school of fish right here. I know you guys can't see it because the screen is flashing, but I'm just gonna pitch a little minnow bait out here to them and see if that's what they want. Right, those are not bass, but I just wanted to see if I get them to play around for just a minute. Shout out to Beards and Bass. He said, none of that matters, just keep casting. All right, let's move, guys. Let's go ahead and get out of here. We have later in the day a bunch of boat traffic and like stuff like that starts coming up, so we're gonna ease on out of this cove. See what else we can find. See these jet skis and everything out here? All right, so we're right down here by the dam, guys. You see that? Let's take a look around and see what we can see. What's going on, Phil? Phil says he just wasn't about, let me see, $56, right? They're running. What are y'all talking about in the chat? Leslie says this certainly is live. All right, we're gonna stick with the jerk bait for a quick second. Something tells me by the way these fish were moving earlier that they might kind of want a jerk bait, so we'll see. Okay, we have some fish that are following but not committing to it. All right, and again, let me just show you guys, anybody that's just tuning in, what we're kind of playing around with today. Has anybody used one of these things and caught anything with it? Has anybody actually caught anything with one of those yet? I have a fish right there looking at it. Okay, I need to move around just a little bit. All right, so they're not liking it, guys. Two Fishes said you gotta put some stank on it. Oh man, I don't know. I don't have the patience. We're gonna take it off and try it again a different day. How about that? Maybe I need to downsize it. I guess I'll leave it out for a little bit to dry before I put it back up. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Did somebody see something? Oh my goodness, long time no see. He said, let me properly introduce myself. If you see something, you have to say something. If you see it, you have to say it. It's mandatory on this channel. Let me just see who's the first person to see something. Who has their eyes right today? Shout out to Blastard, of course. Blastard said, I see something. Does anybody else see something that is worth talking about? Shout out to Texas Noob. He says, I see it. Is that it? Only 2 people with eyeballs today? Got to give a big shout out to Delta Bass. Slid right on in and hit me with that 10. So Delta Bass, you know what I have to do? I need to go ahead and set the hook for you. So this first fish is going to be for Delta Bass. Let's go ahead and get a Delta Bass to the boat. Shout out to Big Ro. Big Ro said he sees something. We got John Joe says, so did Chicken Hawk come back in the tournament? I had a feeling he would be close to winning. Hey guys, yeah, how about y'all talk about that in the chat? So who watched the Battle of the Anglers this past Sunday? Who watched the Battle of the Anglers? Somebody, anybody. Who in the chat watched the Battle of the Anglers? Let's get some feedback. What were some memorable moments? But if you watched the Battle of the Anglers this past Sunday, just type yes in the chat. Type yes in the chat if you watched the Battle of the Anglers. And then I'm going to get some opinions from you guys and some feedback, see what you guys think. All right, so right now we're on a mission to get a Delta Bass. Delta Bass slid right on in and hit us with that $10 bill. So I got to set the hook for you, Delta Bass. This is the first cast after that $10 bill came in. Let's see what happens. Let's see what we can do with it. All right, so Blaster says he saw it. John Joe said, yes, he kind of saw it. We got Manny Ketchum says, I missed who won and how much weight. Oh, Manny, you missed it. You wasn't supposed to miss that one, Manny. Big Rose said, I was in it. And he hit him with the flip. He sure did. Shout out to Big Ro. He hit him with the flip. John Joe said, did you see me there? I don't remember. All right, Patricia says, Lanier has turned you into a finesse angler. Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, it depends on what lake I'm on as to what I need to do when I need to do it. All right, so I only saw 2 yeses. Texas Noob said he saw it. All right, so we got Texas Noob, we got Patricia, we got John Joe says he kind of saw it, and Blaster. All right, so you guys give me some feedback. What was a memorable moment in the live stream? Does anything stand out for you guys that happened during the Battle of the Anglers? Let's get some feedback. Let's talk about it. And I dropped a post today, so for anybody who isn't aware of it, I did drop a post with a link to the last Battle of the Anglers in there. So if you want to know what we're talking about, you can just go to that post, or you can search MoneyBass Battle of the Anglers And you'll see the newest one is from Lake Lanier from this past Sunday. Blaster says MoneyBass showed out. MoneyBass showed out at the tournament. All right, we got Allstate coming in with, well, that's this Agua Secrets. Came in with like number 27. Frisco said his memorable moment was my, oh man, I had to test it out. I felt the tappy tap, so I had to tap it back. He said his memorable moment was me spending the first, I don't know, how long did I spend at the beginning of the show? About the first 15, 20, 30 minutes, something like that, trying to get my electronics connected back. So that was Frisco's memorable moment. Anybody else have a memorable moment from the Battle of the Anglers? Let's make one more cast and get up out of here. All right, let's see. Big Rose says, yeah, when my trolling motor went for a swim. Oh yeah, that was definitely a memorable moment. But I don't think the chat saw that though. So what Big Rose is referring to is before we went live, what you guys did not see is the wind was very, very ferocious. And Big Ro, his trolling motor actually got knocked off of his boat and fell in the water. So I looked over and saw him, and I could just see him holding on to the power cord to prevent his trolling motor from falling to the bottom of the lake. Texas Noop says, my takeaway was you giving away a rod even though the requirement wasn't met. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. FBS? You guys weren't supposed to see that. John Joe says he remembers seeing white caps. Oh yeah, that was definitely happening out there. There was a little white capping going on. All right, we're in some of this snot grass right now. You know, I need to break my drop shot back out for this type of occasion. But it's been retired for a minute. I might have to bring it back out of retirement. All right, John Joe says hitting the front of the boat. Yeah, there were some white caps out there hitting the boats. Blaster says Chicken Hawk did catch 2 fish, but not 15 inches. So as we expected. Frisco said white caps build character and seat puckering. All right, let's move to another area, guys. I just wanted to stop off over here. Just show you guys the area down by the Lake Lanier. That's the dam that everybody's always talking about. So we're way down, about as far south as you could go on Lake Lanier. All right, so let's move around. Manny says, when is the next 1v1? I am not sure. What did you guys think about that? Do you like those 1v1s? Just something a little different. to small water charters in the chat. Says they're hitting Donkey Land tomorrow. I guess that must mean Okeechobee, right? Lassie says we are definitely live. That's right, guys. We're out here live. Live on Lake Lanier. We'll be out here for about another hour and 25 minutes, something like that. I think we put 2 hours on the shot clock. I think we've been out here for about 35 minutes so far. Give us a little time to get out here, scout things out, see what we can see if we can get a fish or two to the boat and have some fun with it. Remember, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, guess the weight of the fish, and bam, just like that, courtesy of SWAT Lawn Operations, you can walk away with some cash for your pocket. Now we're gonna ease up on this point over here and see if some of these fish want to come out and play with. We'll start off with a jerk bait. Maybe some top water if those fish are suspended. So let's go ahead and get that jerk bait ready just in case. All right, so let's continue the discussion about highlights from Saturday's Battle of the Anglers. So somebody said the electronics messing up, trolling motors falling off boats, white caps. What were some other highlights that you guys noticed? Texas Noob says, Frisco, how are you feeling, bud? What's going on with your Frisco? So what are some other highlights, guys? Give me some more feedback. What were some other things that caught your attention? So they did not want that jerk bait. Let's switch over. We're gonna try a different rotation. Let's try going straight to a minnow bait right after that and see what happens with that. Said, nope, we don't want that either. MoneyTeam says, Money, you looking for a rod sponsor? Don't need a rod sponsor. Well, I tell you what, Manny Ketchum, if you want 15% off of one of these rods that you see on the boat, all you got to do is go to ducketfishing.com. Use discount code MoneyBass, and there you go. You can get your own sponsorship. How about that? All right, we got Whipstick. He says, ladies and gentlemen, Whipstick is in the house. Shout out to Whipstick. MoneyTeam says, heck no, I only use carbon rods. Shout out to Whipstick tuning in. Whipstick, guess how many fish we got in the boat, bud? Guess how many fish we got in the boat, Whipstick? You're gonna love this today. You're gonna love it. Take a guess, Whipstick. Whipstick says 0. And you got it right. We just got started, Whipstick. We've been out here for about, I think about 35 minutes, something like that. So we're just getting started. We put 2 hours on the shot clock today, so we have a little under an hour and a half left. Just got to get out here and make some of that bendation happen. All right, let's see. What are you guys talking about? Whipstick says blaster. Come on, bro. Don't do me like that. AC is out lollygagging. Blaster says, oh, that guy Whipstick. Boo, we want AC. Oh, no, you didn't hit him with the boo, did you? Let's slow it down. Let's slow it down a little bit. All right, so I'm still looking for some. Okay, Whipstick. So basically what we're talking about are some highlights, some things that stood out on this past weekend's Battle of the Anglers. And I guess since you were doing some of the commentating, what are some things, some memorable moments or some things that stood out from your point of view in this weekend's Battle of the Anglers? Whipstick says, so Money, what's the topic for today? So that's the topic right now. We're just discussing what were some of the highlights from the Battle of the Anglers. Customers going down there. Let's see if anything's gonna pick it up. Whipstick says highlight for me was when you had a penalty 5 minutes in. Hey, wait a minute, we can't be bringing up stuff like that. I don't know what you're talking about. I do not know what you're talking about, Whipstick. No such thing. Blaster says, them white caps got y'all ready for the BPR. I mean the PBR. John Joe says, come on, big old green pickle. Any other highlights from this past weekend's Battle of the Anglers? Whipstick says mighty windy out there. So yeah, it is. You know, the wind is kind of picked back up. It picked back up a little bit. So we're gonna stick and move. I guess we're gonna move again. I was hoping I could find some place where I could just kind of kick back and just take my time, hang out with you guys in the chat. Shout out to Patricia. She says Spotopotamus. Whipstick says how excited Hog Catcher was when he hit him with the flip. Oh yeah, he hit him with the flip. Yeah, that was good. That was some good action. Uh-oh, you see what Blasted had to say, Whipstick? Blasted said they may be scared to come back. But guess what? Next weekend, what is it, next weekend? Yeah, next weekend. Next weekend, we will be at Lake Chickamauga in Tennessee for the next episode of Battle of the Anglers, guys. So you want to make sure that you tune in for that. Now, hopefully there will be some real big fish catches. And this will be a 2-day event. We will be out there for 2 days. All right, so yeah, that wind is a little rough out here right now. Keep on moving. These fish don't want to come out and play, so I don't want to stay and play with you anyway. Let's go try out a ledge. How about that? Let's go try a point with a ledge on it. And to find stuff like that, all you have to do is just look at your mapping as you're running along down the lake. And you'll be able to see ledges, points, humps, all that kind of stuff. So these mapping chips right nowadays are real good. So you can go to just about any lake, even a lake you haven't been to before, and just kind of look at the contours, and it'll give you an idea of what you need to look for. Frisco said, no noise canceling today. No, sir. We're running with the raw earpiece today. You just got your ear all out in the open. Wait a minute, I see something on my map. Let's go and check it out. So this is just a little pocket. So all I'm doing is just running down the lake. Anytime I see some areas like that, I'll just stop and take a look at it. See how it has those ledges right there? We'll just stop, make a few casts on it, pack back up, and keep on moving. So the wind is blowing kind of hard, so it kind of limits the different types of bait that I would throw. I was hoping I could come up on something with the top water, but like this, Frisco's gonna love it because I'm gonna break out the shaky head. Okay, okay. I see you, I see you. I see some fish out there that might want to come and play. Let's see if we can hit them with a jerk bait though. John Joe says, I know I'm gonna win this one. Sean says, use a casting net, it's faster. All right, let's keep on looking. Tighten that drag back up just a little bit. All right, so I see him, guys. The fish are down there just hugging the bottom. I don't know why. Is it the wind? Sean says, you need a better microphone. Well, I don't have a microphone on at all right now. You guys want the microphone on? John Joe says, are they sleeping? We're gonna see if they're sleeping or not. We got Brandy says the windation is the causation for the lack of bendation. That could be true. We got Georgia Dogs tuning in. He says pop him in the mouthpiece with the shaky head. That's the plan. That's the plan. That's the plan I like, but the plan doesn't seem like it likes me. Shout out to Dottie. And she says, hey y'all, any fish yet? Dottie, you've already missed 3 weigh-ins, Dottie. Dottie, you missed 3 weigh-ins. 3 weigh-ins and 2 winners for the day. And you missed it all, Dottie. How could you? What happened? Where were you at, Dottie? What was going on with that? I guess Dottie just didn't want that money. She already has enough money anyway. Let's see. Yep, you missed it, Dottie. Why you getting all quiet on us, Dottie? What happened? Whipstick says, oh my God, Dottie. Dottie's in the chat, the money taker. Dottie said, that sucks. I'm just joking, Dottie. We've been out here. We still have about another hour on the shot clock. So time is kind of moving fast on me now. It's like it was moving slow at first. We put 2 hours on the shot clock. We still have about another little over an hour left, Dottie. So you're good. You're good for now. Dottie said, money, stop fibbing. Is that what that's called? A fib? Whipstick says, how can I speed up the shot clock? Whipstick said he wants to speed up the shot clock. He's worried now that Dottie's in the chat. I think it's just a matter of time before we get to the right point that's holding some fish, guys. Shout out to Shine. He said, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Oh yeah, subscribing definitely makes the day go better. Dottie said, I am so not a threat, Whipstick. Don't worry about me. She said, nothing to see here, nothing to worry about. Do I have my crankbait on deck? I sure do. We're gonna start cranking, guys. We can cover water a little bit faster. Is Dottie the queen of Bass for Cash? Is that what has happened? Dottie, did you pick up a new title? Said Dottie's gonna need a 1099, huh? Whipstick said Dottie's the queen of taking cash fast. All right, let's go ahead and pack up and move a little bit faster. See if we can find something a little more appealing. Put a little stank on it. Tom said, Dottie just waits for the pot to get big before she worries about getting that money. Dottie said, I don't want them small potatoes. I want them big bucks. Ah. That's not good. Got hung up before I could really even move the bait. Gotta go get it. Brenda says, you got the scope on? Yep, I sure do. I got the scope on, but I'm not scoping just quite yet. unless I see something worth scoping. Oh no. If I'm this close and can't get it out, that means it's probably gone. We got it back. All right, we're back in the wind. We're back in the wind again. If I just had to catch a fish, where would we go? Show markers, points, humps. What would it be? Gonna hit it with a quick polymer knot. So those rocks are being hung up, just kind of freed the line pretty bad. So instead of chancing it, just went ahead and retied. Alright, we need some place where we can go and kind of hide from the wind a little bit. And since the wind is blowing that direction, what is a good place to go and hide? Woo! That was kind of rough right there. Whipstick said, throw a spinnerbait. Sebastian says, have you caught anything yet? No, sir, not yet. Sebastian says, you need a jig. Yeah, I would say it's probably post-spawn. What do you guys think? Blessed said, it doesn't matter what you throw, but whatever it is, it needs some stank on it. So that wind is kind of coming just kind of randomly. You guys see the big wind gusts coming and big waves coming along, and then right after that, everything will just kind of die down. All right, guys, drop a 1 in the chat for me if you can still hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat for me if you can still hear me. I appreciate that, Delta Bass, the sponsor of today's live stream. find a place that's kind of out of the wind, and based on the amount of time we have left, which is less than an hour, I don't want to run far. So let's see, where could I go to where it's not a long run and I can kind of hide from the wind? All right, let's go to another point. Appreciate that, guys, for dropping that one in the chat for me. Whipstick said the longer the run, the better. I'm wondering if that's because, is that the best way to catch fish, Whipstick? Is that why that's your suggestion? Is that to help catch fish, or do you have something else in mind as to why you wanted me to take up a lot of time running? Patricia says you're fishing a summer pattern. Yep, I'm trying to push it. I'm trying to push it, Patricia. I want these fish to be offshore just a little bit. Oh, we had one, guys. We had a hit. We had a hit. All right, we gotta pull away from them. We're gonna come back with a top water bait. All right, let's see if we can get them to come up and hit on top now, guys. Whipstick said, wow, that was close, but not close enough. whipstick that said, because that reduces the time on the shot clock. I kind of figured he was up to something. Georgia Dog said, we don't want that money anyway. Boston says, what have I missed? So one of the things I remember from the comments is when somebody said something about Chicken Hawk buying some more time, and then Spot Snatcher said he's gonna have to buy days, not minutes. Now that was pretty funny. Blaster said that was funny and true at the same time. All right, let's go see if we can get it. Whipstick. Talking about yin yang. All right, let's move again. Man, take a look at what I did. Again, took off without locking my rods down. All right, so we're coming up on some shallow water marker. I'm just gonna kind of throw a jerk bait around. If I can get this thing untangled quickly. Drew Dawson, that's bad news. Talking about that. Let's see, I almost got it completely out without any issues. Retie this. Yeah, let's just go ahead and cut and retie. Wait a minute. Did I get a save? I think I saved it. Yeah, with braids sometimes it's a little bit worse because it does not stretch. It's just harder to get them loose. But we got it. We're gonna have to cut the line, but we didn't. What's going on? We got Gilbert in the chat. Long time no see. So is anybody in the chat, have you fished Lake Chickamauga before? Anybody in the chat? Has anybody in the chat fished Lake Chickamauga? Oh, we got him, guys. We got him. We got him. We got him. Bam. Just like that. Just like that, things change. Just like that, and the bendation feels sensational. It feels all right. It feels all right. I felt a tappy tap, so I had to peel it back. There he goes down there too, guys. It's a good one. It's a good one. And he's trying to pull some drag. Oh, let's go ahead and hit spot lock. It's a good one. Do you see him down there? It's a good one, guys. I hit him in the lip, but I can't get him with the flip because it's a good one. It's a big back. This one got a big back on it. Shine said, bring him home. Lasher said, oh my God, just like that. Just like that. I busted him right in the mouthpiece. Oh my goodness. Let's get this net ready before this thing comes off. Come on back over here. Come on. Oh my goodness. The net ain't ready. The net ain't ready. The net ain't ready, guys. You see him out there swirling like a little shark. Come on back over here. Come on home. Come on home. Come on home. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this thing is humongous. This thing is fat, guys. Has Dottie left the chat? Whipstick, you may not want to see Dottie for this one. You might not want to see Dottie for this one, Whipstick. Look at that right there. Bendation leads to girth. What is that? Do you see that knot in this thing's side? What is that in there? Bendation leads to girthification. Now this thing has some weight on it. It's a big one. Gilbert said sensational. That's sensational. All right, let's go ahead and put it in live well. Well, actually, I know you guys want to see what's the length on it. Let's see if we can get a quick measurement on this one right here. Uh-oh, I have a feeling this one might be around that 19 range. Ooh, 19 and a half. Can you guys see that? 19 and a half on her. She got a big old gut. She got a big old gut. Kevin Twofish said, we got weights and fish. I don't know what that is. You guys see that? I don't know what that is right there. But it's definitely kind of odd feeling. Two Fishes said, we got weights and fish. Look how huge that thing is in the live well. Whipstick, do you think they want this money? I don't know if they want this money, Whipstick. That was a pretty good fight right there. That fish was like, I'm not giving up. And look, guys, my net, I did not have it extended out. So I couldn't really reach out there and get the fish like I wanted to. Now that would have been a real good fish for Battle of the Anglers. That right there would have took it home. Let's put a little more stank on it and get back out there. See if we can get one of her girlfriends that she's out there hanging out with. Because they out there shopping. They not window shopping, they buying. That's the kind of crew I like to find right there. Do you have any buddies that was hanging out with you? That's what I wants to know. I think she did. I think she got a buddy or two that was hanging out with her. Let's see if we can introduce them to the money team. Let's see if we can introduce them to the money team. What were you guys saying in the chat? Shout out to Gilbert. Gilbert says, love your videos. I'm working at the hospital and love feeling like I'm there. Good catch. Appreciate it, sir. Neil said, is that 5? If you want to consider that 5 and 1. If you want to consider that 5 and 1, shout out to Brent. He said, oh, that was some bendation. The bendation was sensational. Georgia Dog said, this is a show and a half. Wait a minute, guys. Oh my God. What was that? What was that? You guys didn't see that, did you? Don't tell Whipstick about that. I don't want Whipstick to know about that one, guys. We need to keep that to ourselves, all right? Do not tell Whipstick what you guys just saw, if you saw what you think you saw. Hey, wait a minute. What is Whipstick still doing in the chat? I thought he had went or stepped away for a second. Whipstick's the FBS for sure. Who has seen the FBS? What would we call that? It's not a chart. but the definition of FBS. Who knows what the definition of FBS is? Who knows? Who knows what the definition of FBS is? That's just whatever Dottie is guessing, I'm gonna guess all around that. If you don't know, now you know. Georgia Dog said FBS on that snot grass. Not the snot. Gilbert says fat bass sensations. No, sir. Whipstick said the FBS cartoon. So who saw the post that I put up today with the explanation and definition of FBS? Who saw that? Put yes in the chat if you saw the post that I put up earlier today to let you guys know all about the FBS that's going on out here in these YouTube streets. Okay, what I see right now is possibly a scoping moment. So I'm not good at it yet, guys, but I'm trying. So let's go ahead and try some scoping because I see a scoping moment. I tried a scoping moment, but it didn't work out for me. Let's see if we can do it again. What's that? 65 feet? Do 65 feet. Says, let's get the likes up. Likes make the fish bite. He said he's ready to weigh that fish. All right, guys. We have about 43 likes in the chat. How many likes do we need, Whipstick? We're trying to. Is today Friday? Do they want some of this weekend money? That's why I came out here. I came out here just to see if anybody needed some money, some party money for the weekend. But I think Whipstick is like, they don't want this money. He said this chat is already rich. They don't need this money. They saw that they saw the bendation. They saw the girthification. They saw it all. But Whipstick is like, they still don't want this money. Whipstick said they don't want this money. That said not eponymous. Patricia. Frisco says you in overtime. Not yet. We still have some more time on the shot clock. We still have about 19 minutes left on the shot clock. Botchnester says he needs some more rooster tails. What's up with those rooster tails? Oh, you're trying to go catch some trout, huh? All right, you need to call your wives, call your husbands, call your friends, because Bass for Cash is about to begin. We're about to weigh that fish any minute now, guys. I'm going to keep my eyes on the likes. When the likes look right, then we're going to weigh that fish, guys. We're going to see if anybody wants some of this cash for this bass going into the weekend. Whipstick said y'all don't want it. Whipstick said they don't want this money. Georgia Dog said it sounds like a hurricane. All right, drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me okay. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can still hear me and see me. Oh, we got another one. Oh, come on out of here. Oh. No, come on, it's on me up. It's on me up. Don't do it to me, stick. Don't say it. Rodney says, it's too windy, man. I got a dip. Yeah, that wind just came out of it's coming out here with gusts. We're about to pack it to a place and get out of this wind. We still have a few more. Whipstick, don't do it to me. Is it still on there? Uh-oh, hold on. Wait a second, Whipstick. Oh, it wasn't still on there. But I got my bait back. Got Jam in the chat. Patricia said add 4 ounces for that knot, for that tumor. All right, let's go ahead and move to another spot. Hey, you know what? That reminds me. Can somebody in the chat look up and see if you can find some headsets with noise cancellation on it? And that may be exactly what we need, because we have like the windscreens. I don't have it on right now, but I know Frisco said yes. We have the windscreens on there, but I'm thinking maybe if they have some decent headsets with some noise cancellation on it, that may work for us. Wow. Can somebody take a look? What's the water level on Lake Lanier right now? What is the water level on Lake Lanier? Let me see. I think I have enough juice to look it up. What is the water level? Because I haven't even checked for a minute, but it is not looking good. It looks like that water is way below full pool. Let's see. So we're gonna go up here and just search Lake Lanier water level. Wow, it's 5.25 feet below full pool. All right, we still have some time on the shot clock. Man, you guys don't like that like button, do you? They not like, oh my God. Okay, I think I see something. Let me just take my time and do it right. Let me take my time, do it right. They did not take it. All right, we're gonna try something else. Uh-oh, got 13 mics on the drop shot. Come on, Bendation. Come on, talk to the people for me. Talk to them for me. They said, not today. We ain't talking to you today. All right, the wind died down and those fish won't come up and hit that bait. So let's see if we can go top water on them. Now that would be lovely if we can get them on top. We're throwing that chrome on chrome, guys. We got the sun shining nice and bright. So we're gonna see if we can hit them with that chrome. Can't get them to come all the way up on top either. All right, so they don't want that, don't want that. We're gonna try the swim bait. And then if they don't hit this, then we're gonna Blaster said it's too shiny. It's too shiny. It has too much shine on it. He said it's hurting their eyeballs. Oh my God, look at that, guys. Can you see that? I don't think you guys can see it because of the frequencies on the screen are stopping you from seeing what I'm seeing. But let's get something down there and see if they'll take it. Let's go back on top again. I see something a little different. Come on, top water fishes. All right, no top water love today, huh? Brandon said he can see that chrome on chrome all the way in New York. But can the fish see it? That's what I need. I need a fish come on, give it a little kiss. Just kiss it. That's all we need. Shout out to Whipstick. He says AC the DQ Queen will be in the chat shortly. Just an FYI, she's ready to do some DQs today. It is DQ Friday. How about that? Man, you know what I want to do, guys? Crankbait, offshore crankbaits. Seems like nobody talks about that too much anymore. I wonder if an offshore crankbait would work. So we have a crankbait here. Let's just change this crankbait up. We're gonna throw a different crankbait. So we're on a point with the wind blowing across it. Let's get something with a nice natural color to it. That's what I like throwing on spotted bass lakes. All right, Spot Snatcher, have you been catching on a crankbait at all? All right, take a look at the crankbaits we have in here, guys. This is the one that I was about to put on. What do you guys think? You guys like that one right there? Or do you see something else in here that's catching your eye? What is that one right there? I think that's a 6 cents right here. What do you guys think? Shout out to Russ Craven. Tex Noob says, Money, are you throwing a dice? I was. You talking about that right there? I threw it earlier today just to see what would happen. I got followers, but they didn't take it. Spot Snatcher says no to crankbait. So he hasn't been throwing a crankbait. Let's see, guys. I'm going to go ahead and go with this 5XD. Let's see what this does for us. Want something I can kind of get down there in the water column. See if I can burn it through those fish. Texas Noob says, how do you have it rigged? Do you see that? I just have that hook going right through the center of it. I saw some hooks that actually have like a little keeper on the bottom part of that shaft, but I have it rigged like that. And earlier I was just throwing it on I had it Texas rigged. That's how I was throwing it. Spot Snatcher says Shaky, Fluke, and wake bait. Yeah, so I'm seeing some suspended fish out here, and I just need to figure out a way to get these things to just nip at this bait. If they even just nip at it, I got them. Oh no, I forgot to adjust my brakes before I casted it. Oh, come on, bud. Man, oh man. Casting into the wind, changed my crankbait, and forgot to adjust my brakes on here. Just don't want it to get wrapped up. As long as I can do that. Uh-oh, is the DQ Queen in the chat? Did she say she wants to have some Friday fun? All right, there we go, there we go. I think we got it. Just patience, grasshopper, patience. I was able to get it out without putting any kinks or anything in my line. How about that? Tighten these brakes up a little bit. So I'm casting into the wind, so that's part of the problem. So I just have to not cast it as far and see if that'll work. And that's not gonna work because I need a long cast. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Not gonna work. So crankbait is not gonna work for me, guys. Oh man, you know what? I don't have any of my underspins, I don't think, because I left them on a friend of mine's boat. So I don't have any underspins. And that's really what I need right now is an underspin. Let's see. Yep, no underspins. Shout out to AC, the DQ. She says, I'm ready when y'all are, as I don't have a long time. All right, Whipstick, are you ready? AC, are you ready? Hold on, I need to put something back on here first. Actually, what we'll do is we'll go to where we're casting into the wind. And we'll try to throw this crankbait and see if that works. All right, you got everybody is ready? All right, we're now going into subscriber only mode. Remember, all you have to do to participate is subscribe. It does not cost anything to participate in Bass for Cash. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, guess the weight of the fish, and bam! Just like that, you can walk away with some cash for your pocket, courtesy of SWAT Lawn Operations. I think AC may have been dropping the information, the contact information for SWAT Lawn Operations in the chat, guys. All right, here we go. Do you see her? Do you see her? She's a biggin. She's a biggin with a big old knot in her stomach. All right, now this fish is 19.5 inches, guys. 19.5. All right, AC, when you are, oh my goodness, when you are ready. When you are ready, you can go ahead and open the scales. Whipstick says, they don't want this money. Do you see the stomach on her? She got some size on her, guys. When you see scales officially open, you have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat. All right, go ahead, AC. Go ahead and open the scales up for the people. This fish is 19.5 inches long. It's a good one. Scales are now officially open, guys. You have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat. And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to be fishing for 2 minutes. And then we're going to roll on out. Man, what else do I have on deck that I may be able to... That won't work. That won't work. All right, we're going to try this Nico rig, guys. How about that? I really thought the crankbait might have a shot at it, but it's a little too windy. The wind's dying down a little bit, so we might come back to it. But we're going to put a little stank on this, and then we're going to throw this Nico rig out there and fish it real slow back to the boat. All right. Let's get up here and see if we can make it happen. Look at Whipstick putting his guess in the chat. Whipstick got a guess in the chat too. Uh-oh. Shout out to Patricia. She says, where you at, Dottie? Is Dottie in the chat? Is Dottie go? Oh my goodness, Dottie is missing it, isn't she? Oh my goodness. She hit somebody with a DQ. Who got hit with a actually closed? Neil said, that biggin, or did you get another? It had to drop for about 20 minutes. Oh man, I had such a great cast too. Just let me fish it just for a quick second. Oh, did Dottie make it in time? I don't see Dottie's guess in the chat. Dottie didn't make it. All right, just hold on just a second, guys. Hold on just a second. Let's go ahead and bring it in. All right. It is now the moment of truth. Now, is this fish a 3-pounder? Yes, it is. Is it a 4 is the question. Is this fish going to hit 4 pounds is the question. I think this fish, oh man, it's going to be close. I'm going to say yes, guys. I'm going to go with this on a yes. I think this fish is going to be 4.12. 4.12 is what I think, guys. All right, let's clear it out. Drum roll, please. The scales are zeroed out. And I said 4.12. Oh, it is a 4. But I was light on it, 4.28. Oh my God, it's a good one. That is a good one right there. Bam, 4.02. Do you see that? Do you see that there? That's a good one, guys. 4.02. Bam. Just like that. AC came back quick. She said no official winner. She didn't leave you in suspense or anything. She said no official winner. Talk to him, Whipstick. Talk to him, Whipstick. They must be rich in this chat. They must be rich. Why don't they want this money? I mean, to me, this seems like easy money. All you got to do is just subscribe and guess the weight of these fish. All right, we're about to let it go, guys. You know we do this thing called catch, weigh, release. Let me make a quick video. Oh my God, this fish is huge. Too bad nobody wanted this money. We're out here doing this thing called bass for cash. And this is what you call a good one. We're gonna let this fish go, guys. We do this thing called catch, weigh, release. Bass for cash. All right, there we go, guys. Let's go ahead and let her go. Is she a jumper? Is she a jumper? We're about to let this fish guy go, guys. Do you think she'll jump for us? Let's see if she wants to come out and play with the money team. Go ahead, talk to your peoples, girl. Talk to them. She said, not today. All right, there we go, guys. Man, Whipstick, they didn't want this money. They did. I mean, they can spend it how they want. They can buy what they want when they want, but they just don't want this money. Blessed says John Joe must be a Chicken Hawk fan. His guess was kind of low. Texas News said, Whipstick, let me hold something, partner. Just let me hold it. He said he ain't gonna spend it, Whipstick. He said he just want to hold it. He said, just let me hold it for you. He said, where your wallet at? It looks like it's kind of heavy for you. Here, let him help you carry it. Patricia said there was only one 4-pound guess. Only one 4-pound guess. How about that? How's about that? All right, I think we're back, guys. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Drop a 1 for me. If you can hear me, drop a 1 in the chat. If you can hear me, drop a 1 in the chat. Appreciate it. We got Jam in the chat. What's going on? We got Donald Brown in the chat. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can get another fish in the boat. We're gonna count this one down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we'll count it down to about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and pop it, and then we're gonna slow roll it. All right, so they're not hitting that moving bait either. So now you guys know what we got to do. That's said we back. He said we back. We back in action. All right, let's get these things straightened up, cleaned up a little bit. Got that right there. Let's put this one right here. They don't want this jerk bait. Go ahead and put that up. All right, in the chat, if you guys can hear me okay, drop a 1 in the chat. I need to see how many ones we can get in there. Get about 10 ones in the chat. I just want to make sure everybody can still hear me and see me okay. All right, Blaster hit me with the 1. Anybody else? Or is it just Blaster in the chat? Is Blaster the only one that's in the chat? All right, Jam hit me with a 1. That's it. Only 2 people can see me right now in the chat. Okay, we got Spot Snatcher in the chat. If you can hear me and see me, drop a 1 in the chat. I'm just trying to see how many people can actually hear me right now. We got Perry in the chat from India. What's going on? Good to see you hanging out with us. Oh, Indiana. Sorry about that. Look, I'm just glancing. I'm just glancing. Perry said, "Hey, I'm from Indiana, dude." I said, "What's up with that?" Man, oh man, got hung up, guys. Wouldn't you know it? All right. It kind of looks like it's about time to get on up out of here, guys. These fish are like, nah, partner, we ain't cooperating today. You already hit our grandma in the mouthpiece. She weighed about, what was that weight of that fish? What was the weight of that fish, guys? Was it 4.28? It was a good one. It was a gooder. Yep, 4.28. All right, we're just throwing some top water right now. Just fan casting, just fan casting. And oh yeah, that fish was 19.5 inches long, 4.28 pounds. Man, I'm looking forward to top water season, guys. We got Hook Set John in the chat. He said, hey, bud, you catching any? He said, are they biting? We got one good one. 19.5 inches, 4.28 pounds. All right, let me show you guys what I was throwing. So I was throwing a nice little Seville swim bait, one of the original swim baits. This one's custom painted, and I threw a nice little feathered hook on the back of it. Caught some good fish on that bait right there. All right, we're gonna run and take a look at one more thing, guys. It's a Friday. I will not be back out here till Monday or Tuesday, depending on the weather. So we're gonna see if we can pop one more before we get out of here. Got 4.28. 4.28 was that fish, guys. All right. All right. Wow, the water's a lot more calm over here. It's a lot more calm over here. Let's try to sneak up on some fish, and we'll try to hit them in the head with a jerk bait. So that 4.28, that came on a shaky head. Spot Sensor says getting ready for grilling steak and maybe a few trout fillets. All right. Sounds good. We got some followers, guys, but they're not taking it. Spot says you need to get me a weight bait that's been working. If it's been working, I'd like to do something that's been working. All right, guys, had a great time out here on the lake. But that alarm that you heard was time for me to gotta go. All right, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you guys go and check out the post that I put out today so you can see the false bite sensation. When I come back, when we're back again, actually go to that post and drop a comment for me. And then when we're back on live again, I want to make sure everybody knows the definition of false bite sensation, all right? I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I'll